I want to know how you managed to round out the cast with actors who weren't British or Australian.
Yeah, it was really tough. You know, we had this criteria. We need to have no Americans in this movie. But no, it just so happened they were the best people for the role. Alex came in and was fantastic, and Teresa just blew me away in her reading. And Callan was such a shock. I had seen his audition tape and thought he was this American kid from the middle of the country until I actually met him, and so it just worked out that way. But it makes for a fun day at work every day.
Right, because you do get a feeling that this is a global enterprise, if nothing else.
No, it's true, and it's really nice that Teresa got to keep her old, her true Australian accent. It kind of makes the movie. I think it adds a really good sort of fun zest to the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Alex, you've obviously done some work, but you're not well known, becoming the lead of what clearly is intended to be a franchise. How intimidating was that for you?
It's very overwhelming, but at the same time, you just got to focus on the movie that you're making at hand, and I just think it was such a great opportunity, and I had so much fun making it, man.
I'm sure. How could you not?
Two beautiful women, and you get to blow up shit.
Any movie you can blow shit up is
it's always
cool,
fun.
right?
Yeah, blowing shit up is fun.
What is the novel that the movie is based on?
Well, I'm Number 4 is more, it's a young adult novel, basically, that's sort of got a little groundswell and people are starting to get into it. And so basically, when we were starting this process, we only had the manuscript. The novel had not come out yet. And so it was interesting as a director and filmmaker and actors, we're trying to figure out, well, we're not really sure what the fanboys or the people are hooked into in the novel. So when we started to change a few things, we didn't know how it would be received. But it's based on a young adult book called I Am Number 4, and this is the movie version of it, which in my opinion, is much better than the book.
Right. Oh, gee, what a surprise. So now that you've read the novel, I presume, how different is it? And it's unwittingly remain faithful?
No, we remain faithful to the core of everything and the ideas. There's a few things. I mean, the biggest change, I think, if someone read the book and saw the movie the next day, they'd realize that John Smith, I Am Number 4, his character is a little less knowing in the movie. So he's discovering things, and the audience is discovering things with him. In the book, he's a little bit more all-knowing, and so a lot of it's coming back from voiceover, and it deals with his past and flashbacks a lot. I chose not to put those flashbacks in the movie and to keep it in sort of in the here and the now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, Alex, in the film, John Smith is... You'd think he'd be more worldly. In fact, he's otherworldly. But he, your character has to remain somewhat naive and innocent.
Yeah, he is naive and innocent, somewhat. But maybe he's just putting that on. Maybe it's just persona. But no, I mean, John lived on Earth since he's been about 4 years of age, and so all the feelings that he has are human. So
I love the fact that John learns the legacies, his abilities, as he's experiencing different relationships and emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his legacies are triggered by his emotions, and it's funny because he's a guy who just wants to have a normal life, and the more he gets towards that by falling in love with Sarah, the more these legacies start to kick in, the things that he doesn't really want in his life.
Right. How great was the sense of empowerment, discovering all these abilities for you?
Amazing, man. You know what? The best thing about the movie, or the best part of the movie, was the fact that I got to actually practically use all the things that I get to do basically in the movie. I had the lights on my hands, and there was this one scene where I walk down the street and I go, yes, and the lights smash. Scared the shit out of me. And that reaction, I think it's the first...
It is a real reaction, take one.
I think it was take one. So yeah, it's cool, man. I got to discover my legacies as John, and I got to discover how to use them as an actor at the same time, which was a great...